We will never be able to amass and get an account from everyone's life that he has touched and changed. But today we have with us few of his contemporaries whom he loved dearly and who worked with him for the growth and recognition of Ayurveda and other Indic sciences. I welcome Dr. Tanuja Nesari, Dr. K.S. Dhiman, Dr. Jyoti Joshi, Dr. Bhushan Patwarthan, Acharya Vasudevan, Dr. Srivats N, Dr. Prashant Suru, Dr. Krishna Nambudiri, Dr. T.S. Krishnakumar, Dr. Devan Nambudiri, and Dr. Mayal Fogli to down the memory lane, inspiring moments with Krishnakumarji. T.S. Krishnakumar, Dr. Devan Nambudiri, and first, we have with us Dr. Professor Bhushan Patwarthan. He has over 40 years experience in education, research, and governance at the public and private institutions. He is one of the top cited biomedical scientists who is Fellow of National Academy of Science and National Academy of Medical Sciences, India. Until March 2021, he was the Vice Chairman, University Grants Commission, and Chairman, Additional Charge, Indian Council of Social Science Research, Government of India. Currently, he is Chairman of the Interdisciplinary R&D Task Force on COVID-19 and Member Advisory Committee consulted by the Ministry of Ayush. Namaste, sir.
Namaste, namaste.
Sir, please share your memories of fond memories of Krishna Kumar Ji and how he guided and impacted your Ayurvedic journey.
Thank you very much. First, let me tell you that how moved I was when I heard his voice, and it was very imaginative of the organizers to show that clip, with a nice prayer at the background. And I remember, and I heard his words again when he said that everybody must wake up at 5 a.m., 5 in the morning. And I hope that, like me, thousands have been inspired by him. And I'm sure Robin Sharma must be one of them, whose book 5 Club has become a bestseller. So such ideas have come from Krishnakumarji, and I really can't find words to express, the kind of vision, the kind of direction, and the knowledge he has given. And I feel proud and fortunate that I was associated with him for a very long time. Long time meaning I have to go back to 1985. 1985, I was just completing my PhD at that time, and I happened to know about the Krishnakumarji AVP and Ancient Science of Life. And my first publication, today I may say that in introduction you said I'm the top cited biomedical scientist. But my first paper was published in Ancient Science of Life because of Krishnakumarji. So that is what I owe to him. And since then, we've been in touch, and I kept on learning. When I worked with WHO Geneva, I know that AVP was the first one to receive grant from WHO at that time when nobody was even talking about evidence-based research. When Krishnakumarji was recognized by WHO and that work was undertaken at AVP. When he heard that I was invited by WHO in 2005, and my report on traditional medicine for global health, affordable global health, was published by the World Health Organization Geneva, he called me from Coimbatore and told me that, look, this report I have gone through and I think that it needs larger dissemination. And he said that he would like to publish it as a special issue of Ancient Science of Life. I can show you this issue, and I still cherish it with me. So this is how he was. He used to identify people, he used to help them, inspire them, and he has touched thousands of hearts, I can tell you. Whenever I have traveled abroad also, I have seen people who have been inspired by him. And they adore him so much. I remember my friend Simon Hunjekar, who sits in Geneva, who started one of the most important program in Switzerland for Ayurvedic doctor, Ayurvedic, and she completely gives her credit of her work to Krishna Kumar Ji's inspiration. So this is how he has been. Dr. Gangadharan, I remember he was the one who actually made my introduction to Krishna Kumar Ji. And at that time, he was with AVP and he was editor also of this Ancient Science of Life. And later on, when I became UGC vice chairman, he invited me to AVP. And you can see when I met him, at that time, his leg was not good, but he was treating himself only with Ayurvedic treatment. And he showed me what all he was doing. And at the background, you see the picture when I visited him at his home in Coimbatore, when he was chancellor of the deemed university for women in Coimbatore. And I could see the influence of his thoughts when I visited that university as well. So wherever he went, he touched hearts. Wherever he went, he innovated. Wherever he went, he changed people. And wherever he went, he did not forget our roots. And that's the message he gave always, our culture, our roots. So when I was in UGC, he told me that you must work for a new university system where Chauda Vidya and Sausashta Kala would be taught. And I accepted that. And I wrote a vision paper based on that. I shared with him. He was so happy to know that, and even today, wherever I go and talk to the universities, I tell them that please involve this Chauda Vidya and Sausashta Kala within our own educational system. He had a dream to bring that kind of educational complex at Coimbatore. And I'm sure those who are now carrying his legacy will continue with this dream as well, So with this, I thank you for giving me opportunity to connect with all of you and pay my respect to my mentor, Krishna Kumar Ji. Namaste.
Namaste, sir. Sir, may I ask you that you actually met Krishna Kumar Ji 1 month before his demise. You came to Coimbatore. You had a chat with him for a long time. Yes. And what is the thing that he shared with you?
See, that's what he shared with me. He shared with me his dream, He said that I want to create a university which is on the foundation of our own knowledge system, on the foundation of traditions, our cultures, and university where spirituality, science, and education can travel together. And on that one campus, the education, training, research should happen on the basis of Chauda Vidya and Sausashta Kala. That was his dream he shared with me, And I think that that's a very big dream. And we all should really make our commitment to make that true.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being part of this program. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next, I invite Acharya V. Vasudevan, a yogi and a scholar in Indian knowledge system. He has been part of the Arya Vaidya Pharmacy group Coimbatore since 1980.
Namaste.
Namaste, sir. Vasudevan sir has been a part of our AVP group since 1980, and he is the senior advisory faculty of the Ayurvedic Trust. He has been assigned to various positions during his extended service with AVP for the last 40 years. He started his career at AVP Ayurveda College, which was established by Krishna Kumar Ji with the Gurukula system of education. And in 1995, he took charge of as the director of Achar Vichar Prachar, an international Gurukula. And later, currently, he is a senior advisory faculty of AVP Trust. He has known Krishna Kumar Ji for a long time. He has worked with him. He has been a close friend of Krishna Kumar Ji. So welcome to the program, sir.
Namaste. It has been a year now that Krishna Kumar Ji has left us. I have had a long association with him of 40 years. Then I first met him in 1980, where I was invited actually to be a part of the Gurukula College, which he was started in 1978. Since he was known to my Guruji, I got an opportunity to come here and become a part of this AVP group. The Gurukula system was unique of its kind because, and this system was totally gone. And today, there is nobody is coming up or ready to establish something like Gurukula. And he was quite aware that this is the only way or the right path of learning the Ayurvedic system and the allied disciplines, the darshanas, Vedas, and everything. So he believed that Gurukula is the real education, and our systems, that is the 64 Kala Vidyas and the 18 Vidyasthana, the 6 darshanas, everything should be taught in the right traditional method, and for which Gurukula Sampradaya to be established. And he started the college in 1978 in the Gurukula model to actually to as a trial model, I would say. So that was very interesting at that time, that it was a residential institution where the students and teachers lived together, and they shared their views, and that any time that you can be or you can meet your teacher, and if any doubt is there, you can ask the questions and things like that. See, it was very successful, and it was a free education. See, after the first batch came out, then there had very good scholars that actually the product of Ayurveda College, I would say. They are the real masters or the eminent teachers and physicians of today. Because he proved himself that the difference between the normal education, the academic style of education, and how this academic style of education is different from the Gurukula style of education. Because the products who came out of this college at that time, they are the pioneers in the field of Ayurveda. So again, he had the same intention of promoting that education, and for that he has started again a Gurukula and of international standard, where I was initiated, and I was the director of that. and I worked with him for another 20 years. That was again successful. Then he tried to bring that more of this Vedic learning into the system. And for that, he again initiated this 64 Kala Vidyas into an education model, but he could not complete it. And he recommended my name also as an Acharya into this program. But unfortunately, he could not do it. And I hope that our people will continue with the legacy of Krishna Kumar Ji. And future, if you have a will, definitely it will work. So in future, it will work, I hope. And our relationship, or my relationship with Krishna Kumar Ji, was very close and very intimate relationship. I think it was in 1980s that we had a program at our Ayurveda college, where I was a teacher there, when I was a teacher there. So a group of people came from Germany and they were osteopaths. And Krishna Kumar Ji arranged a nice program for them, an education program with different types of demonstrations of Ayurveda. So I was also a part of it to demonstrate yoga. And for this team, I started demonstrating. It was a 2 hours program, a lengthy program. And it was an incessant flow of asana, pranayama, mudra, bantha, like that. So he was already there watching this demonstration. And after that, when I finished the demonstration, that he came to the platform and he appreciated me and embraced me and said that our relationship will continue forever. And that words came true. And I was with him the whole, after that, for his whole lifetime. And while working with him, that it was very interesting to work with him. And that he was really a motivator in everything, in any aspect. So that had given me a lot of initiation and also getting involved in various activities and to get success in my life as well as in the career. So I had a long association in that way. And in many of his projects and the programs that he conducted, I was also a part. So even today, we had a program that in commemoration of his activities. So I hope that we will be able to continue, or AVP is committed to do that, to continue with the message that he had given to us, and we have to carry forward his message. And I pray for his great soul. And with these words, I conclude and thank you all. Namaste. Om Shanti.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your kind words. I'm sure that all the things that MD sir had intended for AVP and you and all of us would come true and in due time.
Next, I would like to invite Dr. Krishna Nambudiri sir. Dr. Krishna Nambudiri sir is born in a family with Ayurvedic and Vedic tradition. He has learned Veda, rituals, and Sanskrit from his father. He has successfully completed the Bachelor of Ayurveda Medicine and Surgery from Coimbatore Ayurveda College as 5th batch student in the Gurukula system. After his degree, he joined Ayurveda College Coimbatore as a tutor After working in ABC for about a year, he has got the high level of motivation and lighted a lamp of inspiration for spreading the knowledge of Ayurveda. And later, he joined Nagarjuna Ayurveda Group and has been working for the last 30 years. Dr. K. Krishnan Nambudiri became very popular as an eminent Ayurveda physician, and together with his growth, he has developed Nagarjuna Ayurveda Center, Kaladi, in all respects. We would like to hear from you, sir, the experiences and the inspirations that you have got from Krishnakumarji. Please.
Vishajam sadhuvartanam bhadramagamashālinam abhyastakarmanam bhadram bhadrabhilashinam. Most respected Pujaniya Acharya Vasudevan sir, Dr. T.S. Krishnakumarji, Dr. Devanji, Dr. Srivastavji, and all respected Pujaniya Vaidyas and all other friends. Pranams. Swagiya Krishnakumarji is forever in our thoughts. It has been 1 year since we all lost our beloved Krishnakumarji. This meeting to commemorate the death anniversary of Krishnakumarji, to get Sangam, of course. Pranams. Grateful to all organizers for this gathering. Krishnakumarji always in our thoughts and hearts. His love, kindness, and gentle spirit will be remembered forever. We can measure time, but we cannot measure loss. It is true. It has been a year. There is no way to set a milestone or a limit on the grief. There is nothing quite as sad as the moments when the person with whom we experienced in our Gurukula, our best memories. He always called me Tirumeni. He permitted me to perform Ganapati Homam every 32 Fridays and the first Fridays of all Malayalam month in our Gurukula. How much he loved our Sanatana Dhamma, and it is really amazing. The most valuable award I got in my life is to appoint me or to assign me for this all satsangas, of course, with pujas and all. Keeping those all memories alive can bring us motivation, enthusiasm, energy, and comfort, etc. With his support only, I started to learn more on all our Vaidyanika shakhas and Ayurveda, especially with Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam and his connection with Ayurveda, etc. An anniversary of such Guru's death is always really tough, right? The life of the Krishnakumarji is placed in the heart of the living Shishya. The blessings, energy of the Swagiya Guru can help us more powerful than they live. My Guru always say that Swagiya persons do not have any limits or restrictions. They have Vibhus, omnipresent Vishnus. They can travel anywhere, anytime, can help, lead us, bless us more easily at any time. First met him when I was 15 years old. Got know so many things from Krishnakumarji. Once in a life only, people get to meet an amazing Guru like Krishnakumarji. It has been a year. He is gone. Still the pain and emptiness do not go away. He was an incredible and undoubtedly the most caring brother. This is our experience in Gurukula as well. In Gurukula, he taught us how to be a good sajjana. a disciplined person. He taught us, mentored us, and made us something special. Advice and gratitude, guidance made me and improved my individuality. Whenever we met, make that situation a very good satsangam. We chant shlokas from Bhagavatam, Narayaniyam, Bhagavad Gita, etc. Last I met in Chivilsalayam with my daughter, Dr. Devaki. I actually visited him to invite to my daughter's wedding. So we spent really a lot of time with him by chanting Narayaniyam, etc. Always he kept the people more brighter, the situation more brighter. Krishnakumarji was an amazing human being who always motivated me to give my best. All the lessons he taught me will be with me always. Krishnakumarji lay besides many lives, supported many, and gave them the right guidance, the guidance of wisdom. That cannot take away a guru, especially Abhinava Vivekananda, like Krishnakumarji. So he will always remain alive in our hearts. He was really a Mahatma. All Mahantaha Gunaha qualities were present in him. Vivati Dhairyam, Adhabhyadaye Kshama, Sadasi Vakpaduta, Yudhi Vikrama, Yasasi Yabhiradar Vyasanam Shrutau, Prakriti Siddham Idam Mahatmana. So all these gunas are Prakriti Siddham in him. I am sure he is in Vaikuntha, where there is no Kuntata, a place where only Sandrananda Avabodham is present. And he is watching us and blessing us. He always made the world, especially Ayurveda world, surrounded him brighter with his tapas, tejas, swadhyaya and sadhanas, and knowledge and wisdom. This we experience in our Gurukulas as well. In our life, this will definitely be gravely missed. He was like Karnadhara, captain for us, like in Bhagavatam says, Karnadharai Varnava. In Ayurveda, Arnava, Ayurveda Payodhi, we are travelers, and he was captain. No, he is our captain even now. Also in Sukshma Sharira, he is leading us, and he is our captain. I remember him in Dhanacharya, my swadhyayas, when I deliver public speeches, classes, prabhashanams, satsangas, and then when I involve all social activities. I remember well do Aditi Puja and all dharmika kartavyas. Remembering him on this day, expressing my sadness is the hardest thing I'm doing. He still has his loving presence between us, because a wonderful man like Krishnakumarji is never gone. Krishnakumarji explains the paths of action with detachment and renunciation in action. He explains how success can be attained by following path of renunciation. When I speak to him, I always remember Bhagavad Gita sloka, that is, Nyayasya Satya Nitya Sannyasi Yona Dveshti Na Kamkshati Nuddando Hi Mahabaho Sukham Bandhat Pramuchyate. Nyayasya Nitya Sannyasi Yona Dveshti Na Kamkshati. Krishnakumarji neither hates nor desires the fruits or the rewards of his action. He always tries to avoid dualities which cause bondage. Always he used to maintain a harmony in these too. He was living example. He was living example of a Kamma yogi, continues to carry out his prescribed duties while internally practicing the detachment. He accepts both success and failure with calmness and serenity. He always trying to perform punya karmas, manasa, vaja, karmana, feel sukritas in others, especially those who are with him. He feels punya piyusha in others. Manasi vachasi kaye punya piyusha purna astra bhavanam upakara srenipi rinayanda paraguna paramanun parvadigatya nijahrati vikasanta santi santa kiyanta. Krishnakumarji's heart blooms in such a way that it is full of nectar of compassion. He was always engaged in helping the mankind through his thoughts, speech, and action. Krishnakumarji always views the good qualities in others and magnified in such a way as if a speck of dust is like a mountain. Paraguna paramanun parvadigatya santa. This gave us a lot of motivation, energy, and confidence. Because of him, I start to travel Europe and start lectures, seminars, sasangas, and Ayurvedic practice effectively. We traveled together with Premaji for Saptahams in Haridwar, Rishikesh, and Mumbai. It was a wonderful experience. I could see all Bhakta Lakshanas on Krishnakumarji. There are 5 Bhakta Lakshanas, as you know, that is Vivekam, Vimokam, Kalyanam, Anudharsham, and Anavasanthanata. Especially Anavasanthanata and Anudharsham, these are the 2 qualities I really attracted and really is incredible. He never postponed, that is Anavasanthanata, he never postponed anything in his life. We do not meet people like Krishnakumarji by accident. I believe so. There is always a reason, a lesson, or a blessing. With these words, let me retire. Let me offer Tilodagam for him and Sashtanga Namaskaram in his lotus feet. Thank you once again for giving me this opportunity to commemorate Krishnakumarji in this gracious occasion. Pranams. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. That was a real pranams. We could really feel the warmth of your relation. Thank you for sharing these things. Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
Next, I would like to call upon Dr. Devan Nambudiri. Dr. Devan Nambudiri graduated from Ayurveda College, Coimbatore in 1985. After completing his formal education, he studied from prominent masters in various curriculums such as Ayurveda, Yoga, Palachikitsa, Hasti Ayurveda, etc. He is the founder and chief physician of Ashokalayam Ayurveda Chikitsa Kendram, Thiruvaigapura, and chief consulting physician of Pomulliman Ayurveda Center, Peringoda. And he's also the chief consulting doctors in Punnatur, Kotta, the Elephant Sanctuary. Well, we welcome you to the program, sir. We know that you have been very close associate with Krishnakumarji for more than 30 years. So kindly share your memories and your thoughts about him.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
we can hear you and we can see you, sir.
Okay. Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. My humble pranams to Vasudevan sir and Dr. Krishna Nambudiri and other eminent doctors. Today, September 16th, one year passes. It is a Shraddha Dina of Krishna Ji. See the relationship with Krishna Ji. There is no words, no word can explain the mental relationship with Krishna Ji and me. Those who have got a contact with him, everybody might have felt like that. I feel so. Still, I remember the days in race course in 1986. Sorry, in 1977, June, after our selection, etc. The first day of our classes, when we reached to race course, in a home, in a big home, we 14 students were there in 2 rooms, 10 in one room, 10 in other, 7 in one room and 7 in another room. In another room, our principal, Dr. Shankaran Nair sir, was there. Another room, Nilakanthan Nampishan sir was there. It was a Gurukula in the real form. And also, still I remember the prayer hall. Of course, a car shed of that home was reformed in the form of a very beautiful, wonderful prayer hall with Dhanvantari and the Shavadara, etc. It is very pleasant and calm. Everything was ready. Coat was there, bed was there, plate was there, book was there. Everything was provided from Arya Vaidya Pharmacy. In all sense, the total education, boarding and lodging was free. Nowadays, we cannot believe in such a way an institution can be run. It was the real we have experienced. Almost every week, we were allowed to go to outing, etc. only on Sundays afternoon. Every day at morning we are having kalari practice, evening yoga practice. Our guru was Narayan Nambudiri in kalari, and Sahaja Chaitanya Swami was the guru in yoga at that time. almost every week on Saturdays, etc., or on Sundays, we used to go to the Dhanvantari temple. And also on every week, some eminent personality like Dwarkanath Ji, Dr. Dwarkanath Ji, Muriel Nambushan Ji, sometimes Abhedan Ji twice or thrice came to our institution at that time and took classes with Hare Ramanama Japa, Hare Krishna Japa. Even Chinmayananda Swami took class for us. And so many eminent Swamijis, almost every week they are coming to our institution and taking practical classes, practical philosophy classes. And sometimes Anya Madhavan Namburi, like that, so many eminent personalities were coming to our institution and taking class for that, for us. First 2 years, we were at that racecourse road. Still, I remember the days of Gita classes of Swami Chinmayananda Swami at Devanga High School, Coimbatore. Actually, that experience, still we remember the board, the BMI, the OET, the perceiver, the feeler, and the thinker. Third one. The first class of Gita was Karma Yoga of Chinmayananda Swami for 7 days. Still, I remember the way of chanting that Jayasi Jail Karmanaste Mata Buddhir Janardana Talkim Karmani Ghore Mam Niyojayasi Keshava. Just after chanting this, what is the karma? The expressions of Swami Chinmayananda Ji is there in my mind. Still it is there. Actually, at that time, from our library, I used to read so many philosophical books. Every day or within 2-3 days of Swami Shivananda Swami, Chinmayananda Swami, like that, of so many eminent personalities. That reading, even though I was not able to understand what was written in, out of curiosity, I used to read that one from race course. Those were the chances I got in the beginning, in 70s, in 80s of Ayurveda College, Coimbatore. Actually, it was a change. Almost every week we used to go to the Dhanvantari temple also, and certain weeks, some educational trips to certain places. Krishnakumarji asked us to write the notes or essays about that. He used to go through those essays and countersign, good, excellent, and this way you have to think, this way you have to, and with underlining each and every sentences with reading mark. Still, I remember those days were the days of mine made a tremendous change in my mind. Even though I was not able to express in those days the things in those days, it was a change. That experience was made a very tremendous change in me. A curiosity towards Sanatana Dharma of Bharata. And after completion of 7 years, I remember the Bhagavata Parayana in Patanjali Puri and yoga classes in Patanjali Puri done by Vasudevan Sir. I personally used to go to Vasudevan Sir and study under him. After completion of my degree in 1986, I worked there as tutor. My intention was to join for Shalakya Tantra and take MD in Shalakya. So about 1.5 years, I was working as tutor at Ayurveda College, Coimbatore at Patanjali Puri. Evening time, I was studying under Vasudevan Sir in the traditional Gurukula form yoga also. That was the chance. Out of him only I went to my everything. Pumuli Nilakanthan Nambudiri Part. And out of Vasudevan Sir only, I was sent to him and started studying Mimamsa, Nyaya Shastra. And out of his Nambudiri Part's intention, I went to under Vasudevan Nambudiri, Vaisramata Vasudevan Vyakarana Shastra, and also later after his departure from this world in 1997, studied Vedanta also under him. But I made a mistake in 1987. Krishnakumarji was abroad. On one day, I resigned, even without telling something. I resigned from that tutor post. I feel that I have made a sin. Without telling anything, any word to him, I resigned from that post only to study under Vaidyaratnam Vaidyaratnam, to practice under him. It was out of the curiosity to study deeper and deeper Ayurveda and other Shastras in the traditional form. But without telling him, I resigned. It was a sin. Still, I feel that. And afterwards, to practice under Vaidyaratnam Vaidyaratnam, after 1 month or so, I took the charge of RMO in Kerala Ayurveda Samajam. Up to 1988 June, for about 6-7 months, I was the RMO practicing under him. And on certain days, weekly, 1 or 2 days, I used to go to Nambudiri Park. And afterwards, the days for 10 years, up to 1987 to 1997, I was studying under Nambudiri Park in the Gurukula Sampradaya. This Gurukula Sampradaya motivation was received from Coimbatore Ayurveda College only. This is not the thing. Afterwards, in about 2000 or something, on a day, 2004 or something, on a day, I felt that Krishnakumarji something is going to wrong, is going to happen to him. One morning, when I was practicing yoga in my prayer room, on every day, I used to think, still, on those days also, in the category of my Guru, I have placed him also on every day actually. Something good may happen to him. I used to pray like that. On this day, it was a day of my cousin sister's marriage at Guruvayur. The day before on that one, I remember so. In the morning, I felt something wrong is going to happen. I asked my father, Acha, Krishnakumarji endo veyyaya varan പോകുന്നുണ്ട്. I want to see him. And that evening, I took a taxi, hired a taxi from Guruvayur, directly went to Coimbatore to Arya Vaidya Pharmacy office, just to see him after doing Pushpanjali in Sri Krishna Swami Kshetra and Guruvayur Kshetra. With the help of that male Shanti at that time, I got the original Kalabham and Prasadam, etc. Went to him, and at about 5 o'clock, I reached at Coimbatore without any notice and asked the person who was outside. I asked just to see him. Just after 10-15 minutes, I was allowed to enter into his room, and I explained the experiences and what I have done for these years. How was the studies, etc. I explained to him. See, he heard for about 1.5 hours with full of concentration, heard my words. At about 7:30 or something, let us go. He asked me, let us, Tirumeni, let us go to our home and do Sandhyavandan and take our food, etc. Food, and then, and I went along with him to Rajamandiram and had my dinner after doing prayer, etc. Had my dinner and left. See, after reaching here at my home about 12 o'clock, 11:30 or something, I asked the person who was the driver, how much is the charge? See, he told that already it is paid. Only 500, 300 something or something you may have to pay from Patambi to here. That is a little more. Already paid. Yes, it is paid from the Ayurvedic pharmacy only. So only this is left. Actually, I didn't understand what happened. See, seeing the mind and doing, it was my own actual real experience. Still, I understand how and why he paid. I do not understand that. And see, that much parachitta abhijnatvam, a person must have that quality. Dakshinyam swajane, daya parijane, that is told in Shakuntalam. The ingidam or the intention of the person, the man who comes, how a person should be addressed, how a person should be treated, etc. I studied from him only. Still, I remember every day. And afterwards, almost 1 week, once in a week or once in a month, like that, I used to call. Again, he called me like, Dr. Devanji or Dr. Tirumeni, how are you? With total intimacy. And from about 12 years, that is the 12th year of Bhakta Shiromani Vadagunam Smaraga Bhagavata Dvadashaha Satram. After, in the 6th year, in my home temple at Tiruvegapura, we used to conduct for 12 days. In the 6th year, he came here to participate, and he was invited, and he came here at the 12th day and delivered a speech about the Bharata Samskara and rituals, etc. See, just it was only one word. I asked, please come, Krishnakumarji, in this occasion, please address us, and please Just I telephoned and he booked a day and he noted in his diary and came on the accurate time. Whenever I used to go to him, as Dr. Krishnamurti told, the answer was spontaneous, not in words, in action. See, at Guruvayur, under GT and GET, Hastyadi Ayurveda Patana Gaveshana Kendram. In the beginning, I went to Krishnakumarji. And here, how it should be conducted. At that time, he was the Vice Chancellor of Coimbatore University. How it should be conducted like that. In the beginning, for the inauguration of our Harsya Ayurveda Patana Gaveshana Kendram, he came to Guruvayur. And because of him only, I was made a member of Ayurvedic Formulary Committee in Mriga Ayurveda at New Delhi, and for about 10-15 meetings. I went to New Delhi also under Ayush. Because of him only I understood. Afterwards also, whenever I invite for certain function, even at my father's death in 2013, even though he was not able to come, he sent a person and sent the condolence. It will be the experience of each and every students who have studied under Coimbatore, Ayurveda College Coimbatore. So I feel that how this much intimacy can be kept by a personality like Krishna Kumar Ji. So in all terms, in the practical life, he is a guru to me. Every day I used to remember him. I used to pray to him. And the departure from this world, it's only the bodily departure. In each and every students who have studied at Coimbatore and those who have the contact with Krishna Kumar Ji, he will be in their heart. There is no doubt. There is no doubt. He will be in our heart. He is in our heart. In these words, I conclude my words. Pranams to Krishna Kumar Ji. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niramaya. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhav. Namaskar to all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining this meeting. It was very evident how Krishna Kumar Ji influenced your journey in Ayurveda and how much you regarded him as a guru and as a person who directed your path. Thank you for joining us, sir. Thank you. Next, we have with us Dr. Srivatsa. He got his BAMS from University of Calicut and received his MD from Shalyatantra in University of Kerala. He started his career in 1993 as lecturer at Department of Shalyatantra, Ayurveda College, Coimbatore. He later joined the Department of ISM, Government of Kerala's medical officer. And he also worked as principal, Ayurveda College, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. He has sent a voice clip, so I will play that now.
Namaste to all. At the outset, let me convey my sincere respects and regards to Shri Rama Variar Ji and the whole AVP family, and all my regards to all the friends of Krishna Kumar Ji, all the mentees of Krishna Kumar Ji who have gathered here to remember him on this occasion. When you think of a personality development through human excellence, Krishna Kumar Ji stands in front of you. After my formal Ayurvedic education from Kottakkal and Trivandrum, I got the fortunate opportunity to serve in the Ayurveda College Coimbatore as a faculty under the management of A.V. Arya Vaidyan P. The exposure during the formative years of my career as an academician in the institution was a processing of my immature, newly qualified postgraduate mind to a mature, realistic but progressive all-round Vaidya. Of course, all the seniors played a role, but the influence of Krishna Kumar Ji is adorable. My relationship with him was consistent since 1993, though it was more of a silent nature, as I think communication sans words. The more I understood him, the more near he was. The more near I felt, the more open I could be to agree or disagree with him. He was there to accommodate me and Dr. Arati in various roles in the organization, every time giving more than what was due to us in the way of love, regards, appreciations, guidance, etc. The feeling regarding him in many of us, I think, will be of Krishna in mind, Swami Vivekananda in action, and Chinmayananda in words. He was the incarnation of all great spirits for the sake of Ayurveda, which, when I tell I know well, is not a flattery. The attributes which I would like to count and state starts with the strength and fearlessness in the advocacy of Ayurveda, for Ayurveda. Stand and die in your own strength. If there is any sin in the world, it is weakness. Avoid all weakness, for weakness is sin, weakness is death. Be not afraid of anything. You will do marvelous work. Therefore, arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. As Swami Vivekananda told, we could see him do it. He was much ahead of the times in all the aspects of development of Ayurveda, the academy, the industry, and the research. His bold ventures, he set examples much before anybody could think on that scale. The passion he had, the effort he took, sometimes made all of us feel whether he was crazy, as we were short-sighted and narrow-minded. The scene of him sitting in the office, conducting the official discussions in the mornings, sitting in the temple premises, talking freely with all whom he met there, sitting with students of Ayurveda who were the dearest for him, cracking meaningful jokes, sitting on the stage giving erudite, awe-inspiring speeches, sitting relaxed in the evenings, sharing thoughts casually which make the necessary changes in the listener's mind. The list is long. The confidence of Shraddha, the self-confidence or Shraddha he had in what he did made him great. What makes the difference between man and man is the difference in the Shraddha and nothing else, is the quote. Therefore, this Shraddha is what I want and what all of us here want. This faith in ourselves and before you is the great task to get that faith. Give up the awful disease that is creeping into our nation's blood. The idea of ridiculing everything, that loss of seriousness, give that up. Be strong and have this Shraddha and have this Shraddha, and everything else is bound to follow. I believe that these words led him in his activities. The self-reliance was the next lesson I learned from him. One should see oneself by one's own self, save oneself by one's own self. One should not leave oneself, lower oneself. For this, oneself is verily one's own friend, one's own self is verily one's own enemy. That's what Bhagavad Gita tells. By self-effort and faith in one's own power, longing for knowledge, and above all by self-reliance, one can do miracles. Nothing is impossible for such a person in this world. He proved this. I feel that he used astrology as a tool to empower this self-reliance. The courage he exhibited showed us that is a lesson for there is a lesson for life. Face the terrible, face boldly. Cowards never win victories. The ability to discriminate the good and the evil was very visible when moving with him. The compassion he showed to all of us was fatherly. The fond way in which he inquired our well-being, the comfort and convenience he made for us was exemplary. He spoke in the language of the people and thus conquered their hearts, similar to Vivekananda. Success in life mostly depends on the power of concentration. Concentration inspires the quality of work, and one can understand and grasp the most intricate things with ease. Clear thinking and intellectual understanding open up new opportunities in different fields. Like Arjuna, he proved that for us. He is a man of knowledge in the true sense, who sincerely strives for the secular as well as spiritual knowledge. For total human development, there is a need to cultivate both secular and spiritual knowledge. The statement, Vedanta coupled with modern sciences of Swami Vivekananda was practiced in Ayurveda by Krishna Kumar Ji as Ayurveda coupled with modern science. Religious harmony, practical patriotism, righteousness, the practice of vairagya, that is dispassion, and practice of abhyasa for control of mind, meditation, constant remembrance, self-control, all were cultivated by him, which we could observe and learn. I remember he never allowed anyone to address him as a doctor and allowed to add such a prefix to his name only after he was awarded a doctorate by an esteemed university. He was instrumental in lifting me and Dr. Arati, both having no previous lineage in Ayurveda, to live and work for Ayurveda and encourage our children to take part of Ayurveda, the path of Ayurveda. I fondly remember all the occasions close to him, his presence itself energizing and uplifting. The affectionate, encouraging letters he sent us in every achievement of in our career, and the kind scoldings he gave us whenever we did not rise to the occasion or take up ventures he wanted us, still echoes a lot, a positive emotions in our heart. The bronze idol of Dhanvantari he gifted for our Griha Pravesham, even when he was not well, around 10 years back, which is kept in our Nitya Puja, blesses us. His visit later to our house while attending a function at Swami Sanmayananda's Adi Shankara Vidyapidam and Narayanalaya Ashramam is remembered with reverence. May the Avatara Purusha inspire and motivate us always. He was the embodiment of self-sacrifice. They alone live who live for others. The rest are more dead than alive, Swami Vivekananda told. Man's life in this world is meaningful and fruitful to the extent that his energies, wealth, intelligence, and speech are utilized for the good of others. he lived that way. He still inspires us to do that. All of us will remember all the small occasions, big occasions we had with him, in which he showed us the way we have to work for Ayurveda. We promise that we will carry the torch forward. Thank you very much. I am very humbled to have got a chance to share my thoughts with you all. Thank you very much. Namaste.
Next, I would like to invite Dr. Tanuja Nesari. Professor Dr. Tanuja Nesari has completed her MD and PhD in Ayurvedic Pharmacology from Gujarat Ayurveda University, Jamnagar. Currently, she is working as the director as well as head division of translation research and biostatics at All India Institute of Ayurveda, New Delhi. She is a university-approved Ayurveda professor with 29 years of experience of teaching in Dravya Guna and Rasayastra and research in quality, safety, and efficacy of medicinal plants. She is recipient of the Best Teacher Award of the Year in 2005. Currently, she is a member of Governing Council in BHU and a member of General Assembly of ICCR. We are really happy to have you with us, ma'am. We would like to hear from you. Thank you.
Namaste. Namaste. Can you hear me?
Yes, it is very audible.
Yes, ma'am,
Hello?
we can hear you.
Yeah, namaste. At the outset, I would like to pay my sincere tribute on behalf of myself and All India Institute of Ayurveda and the entire family of All India Institute of Ayurveda to Honorable late Sri Krishnakumar Ji, a great, as everyone mentioned, and I'm really thankful to the family of Krishnakumar Ji, entire AVB family, and the organizers for giving me this opportunity to pay my tribute. And let us, and the cherishing memories what we have with late Honorable Krishnakumarji, because such a legendary personality in Ayurveda, the great teacher, great physician, great academician, and a great administrator, and overall a very great human being, and the served entire life, dedicated life for the cause of the humanity. That's only one sentence what we can say. And these such a type of personalities are born, and they serve dedicate the entire life once in the entire century. That's what we can say, because the personalities like Krishnakumarji will never be there. He was the unique person, having the combination and the versatility, and having the interdisciplinary approach. And moreover, even though at the very senior level, he was very friendly to his students, to his staffs and the faculties and the many people. We really remember that on the foundation day of All India Institute of Ayurveda, and when it was dedicated to the nation by none other than Prime Minister, Krishna Kumar Ji was present to bless us. And with his blessings, we are really growing, and there is exponential growth. And these are his blessings that really we are motivated, and that keeps us inspiring to do the dedicated work under his, actually it was his vision and visionary leadership and the blessing that really keeps us motivated and to do the service not only to the nation but the humanity. During the COVID pandemic, we remember that how he really fought for giving the right to the Ayurveda physician to treat, not only prophylactic management, but for the treatment. It is not only care, but the cure also. And we would have been very happy if Krishna Kumar Ji could have witnessed the type of the care and cure under his visionary leadership. We have developed that consensual document, which was later uploaded by ministry, that we could really treat more than 700 patients successfully with 99% recovery rate and less mortality. And we really dedicate these entire efforts to the memory of late Krishna Kumar Ji. And likewise, there are many initiatives like research, because he was the man of the vision who could foresee the down, like 10 years ahead, what should be the roadmap for the development of Ayush and Ayurveda and Ayush ministry as well. And it was his vision that the first interdisciplinary trial, which clinical study under the National Health Authority with NCI and also with USA, he was the one who instrumental. And with this interdisciplinary, and as the Niti Aayog and the Ministry of Ayush is also developing integrated policy, integrative medicine policy, I think it is his vision and it is his dream maybe would come to reality. And his blessings, not only to one person, but the entire ministry, entire Ayush fraternity, entire Ayush staff, students, and the physicians, I think that would lead us and that would realize one day the dream what he has seen. It is a one integrated medicine where it is not only for the treatment, that does not only lead to wellness, but also offers the happiness. And on the verge of Ganesh Jayanti, which is celebrated across India, which is a Vidya Sukhadata, and it was his vision that everyone should have the wisdom, knowledge, and also health and happiness through this novel system of Ayurveda and Yoga. And as rightly mentioned by the previous speaker, that he really was the one, very few personalities as Tatkalin Darshanas, integration of not only contemporary medicine, but the integration of the Darshanas in his own practices. And he was the medical astrologer and great philosopher and the spiritual. So when we say that the Ayurveda is an integration of mind, body, and soul, and it is not only physical science, but it is a physical, psychological, spiritual, philosophical, and social. And we could see all these arms and the dimensions practiced, actually practical level by the one person, Krishna Kumar Ji, and we could really get the what we can say, the teaching and the lessons from his practices. We were, myself and my husband Manoj Mistry, we were really fortunate to have his blessings many times, and I'm really happy this time we really got the blessings on the Onam itself from AVP, and we really with lot of, we consider this as a blessings from Krishna Kumarji's family, and we are really thankful and grateful for even remembering even after him, because that huge gap was really could not be sensed. So thank you very much. We are really grateful. We cherish his memories and will true Shraddhanjali to him, to true tribute to him is let us continue his vision, mission, and all his dreams. May all together join together. We all together join hands and let us realize his dreams and let it come to reality. And the personalities like centenary persons, we can say, personalities like late Krishna Kumar Ji are never, they do not die. They live and they are the eternal through their thoughts, their vision and the lessons. So, Sir Sri Krishna Kumar Ji, we say that you are in our prayer and you are in our thoughts, and with all your blessings and your lessons and learning will continue further our movement and our services to Ayurveda, to the nation and to the system. Thank you very much. And whatever we have committed, that will continue. And even All India Institute will continue as I had already committed. Maybe in near future, we will realize everything and in his late memory of late Sri Krishna Kumar Ji. Thank you. Namaste. And once again, thankful for organizing this very good session, which is really, the name itself says that down the memory lane. So we have lots of, I am overwhelmed with his memories, and I am overwhelmed with all the thoughts which are shared by the great personalities who have joined in this session. So namaste, namaste to all.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for joining with us and sharing the moments with Krishnakumarji. It means a lot to us. Thank you from the entire team. Next, I would like to invite Dr. Jyoti Joshi. She has completed her MD in Ayurveda Samhita and has completed 8 years of clinical experience and established Jyoti Panchakarma Center in Panvel, Mumbai. She has been a part of Prime Minister interaction with group of doctors on the present year. She has also been a part of various panel discussions on COVID-19 and Ayurveda treatment across the world. Till date, she has treated around 5,000 COVID cases from different parts of the India and countries like Dubai, France, etc. Ma'am, we are happy to have you. Please share your thoughts.
अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. Before meeting, am I audible?
Yes, madam, you are audible. Please continue.
Before meeting Krishna Kumar Ji, I was a very different as a student, or I'm a very different as a physician or as a human being. So in 2013, first I got the opportunity to meet Krishna Kumar Ji. That time I was a student of the Podar first year MD, and I was not that connected with the Ayurveda. I was very different. I have very different vision towards the life actually. So I will say whatever I'm today, it is because of Krishna Kumar Ji. He not only give me opportunity with different courses like Tato Prakashini, Ayur series like Ayur Chikitsa, Ayur Sutrastan, like on the different Adhyay, there is a different types of series. So with those 13 days residential program, 15 days residential program, I got opportunity to meet the legendary personalities of Ayurveda. But he taught me what is actually life, what should be the aim of life. And after meeting Krishna Kumar Ji, my view towards the life, my view towards the Ayurveda has completely changed. And every morning, still many a times, I message blindly to Krishna Kumar Ji. Every morning around 5 a.m., I used to have words with Krishna Kumar Ji every day. Not even like there is a single day where I was not able to speak with Krishna Kumar Ji. Wherever he is, he used to inform me that this is going on in AVP or this is going on in Ayurveda. So every day at 5 a.m. morning, I used to have a couple of minutes chat with Krishna Kumar Ji. I really missed it. Then during COVID days, I just whatever the treatment I was used to give to the patients, and I have that data because all the time KK sir used to ask me, like, you're a good practitioner, so you just collect the data and you just publish as many as papers you can. So I have that data and I have shared this with Krishna Kumar Ji, and he's so happy and he's so, once he has full faith on me. So he just asked the research team of ABP to go through that, and thereafter in August 2020 itself, the first award is given to me, and unfortunately it is the last award given to me by the Krishna Kumar Ji. That award means a lot. Till I miss that every day, blessings of Krishna Kumar Ji. But somewhere I feel the presence of Krishna Kumar Ji in my life during each prescription I write, during each lecture I take. I feel somewhere his blessing and his presence is with me. I'm the most junior among all the respected speakers. So this is also the one of blessings of Krishna Kumar Ji, having to share the whatever the stage or dais with all the legendary personalities like Tanuja ma'am, Bhushan Patwarthan sir, and all other dignitaries of Ayurveda. So this is the actually blessing, and this age I can do that. So it is really means if I many a times while working on COVID, or if my research paper is got published, like even Ramanohar sir or all other my colleagues, they message me, and the first word is like, if Krishna Kumar Ji is there, he must be very happy. But wherever he is, Jyoti, after seeing your work, he must be very happy for you. He must be smiling. So that work is like secondary, but these words are very important for me. And uh, every year on 1st January, that is New Year, I used to be in Coimbatore. Krishna Kumar Ji, with his so much of busy schedule, he used to give me a time, proper time, means early morning in the temple. He used to meet me on 1st Jan. Thereafter, my traveling arrangements, everything. He used to see them. I'm like a daughter to Krishna Kumar Ji. He used to take care of me like a small child, like how you're traveling, when your train or flight, whatever it is. So when it is, what about your food? So whenever I used to visit Coimbatore, AVP, I got all the love, affection, like it is my family. So I have so many things to say, but I really don't understand. Means I don't feel that he's not with me. I always feel his presence in my life, his blessings in my life. So actually, means on 1st Jan, always I used to visit like AVP, and like in November 2019 itself, I have visited Coimbatore. I was with the sir for 2 days, and whole the time, and those sir is with some meeting and all, used to ask me to sit in one corner and just observe it. And I just want to say one thing, that in November 2019, I met with the sir. Sir asked me to visit Ranganatha Swami temple. He arranged everything. So because of Krishna Kumarji, I visited so many places, though it's Ayurveda or some holy places. So whatever the shape is given to my life, it is because of Krishna Kumarji. And in 2019 of November, uh, when I still remember late evening, I was with the sir, and sir asked me to start my international practice. Like I should start my consultation at least with some Asian countries. So I would like to say that yes, I will fulfill all the guidance, all the advice you have uh, asked me to do so. So I will definitely try to fulfill that. All the seniors are there to guide me. I'm really blessed and fortunate to have so as my mentor. So I would again like to thank the organizers that they have provided me this platform so that I can share my experiences with Krishna Kumarji. I don't know, but I'm not able to speak out my heart because it is there's so many things. Means every year I used to visit Coimbatore 3 times in a year, and that too for 15 days or so. Whenever I feel some difficulty in life, though it's personal, professional, anything health related, I can easily share it with Krishna Kumarji. It is not only a professional, thing, like he's like Ayurveda from community, so it's like my guru, or means I can share anything. And I have started my speech with Ajnana Timirantasya. So actually in 2013, before 2013, I was into the complete darkness. I was just searching for some that I can find something in life. But I'm fortunate enough that I met with Krishna Kumarji. I'm blessed that I can spend at least a couple of days with Krishna Kumarji. And yeah, still I feel that he's with me. His prayers and his guidance are with me, because every day morning he used to guide me. He used to ask me about a couple of things. So I'm really blessed to have Krishna Kumarji as my mentor, as my guru. So thank you so much, organizers, that they have provided me this opportunity so that I can share my views. And it's not only for me, but students like me, like who are actually try to grow. So there are a number of students. So actually, because of Krishna Kumar Ji, their life has changed completely into 180-degree. They are able to practice. People say that I'm a good practitioner. I was able to publish my first research paper pan India. So it is all because of Krishna Kumar Ji. Whatever the good deeds I did in my life till date, I just go down to this on the holy feet of the Krishna Kumar Ji, and whatever the still I'm lacking, that I will try to fulfill, and I will try to complete. I will try to fulfill the dreams regarding Ayurveda, because I know Krishna Kumarji always want that Ayurveda should have documentation and it should be published. It should reach to common man, to each corner of the world. So I will definitely try my level best. All seniors are there to guide me. So namaste everyone, and thank you organizers for providing me this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Madam, thank you for sharing your memories with him. We could feel how close you were with him and how he still guides your path. Thank you for joining us.
Namaste. Hello. Ma'am, you are mute. Hello.
Thank you. Thank you. So next, I would like to invite Dr. Prachiti Suru. She is the daughter of Dr. Prashant Suru. Prashant Suru sir is unable to speak because of he's not well. So Dr. Prachiti will speak in his stead. He is actually a very well-known Panchbhautik Chikitsak for about 32 years and a globetrotter for Ayurvedic propagation. And he and his family has been close with Krishna Kumar Ji for many years. Dr. Prachiti herself was very close with Krishna Kumar Ji. So please, Madam, share your memories and thoughts.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, you are very audible. Please.
Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. For all of us, Krishna Kumar Ji was our beloved Guruji. And I'm today just speaking on behalf of my father and mother. We all are disciples of Krishna Kumar Ji, and we all practice Panchabhautik Chikitsa. We are disciples of great Vaidya Vaidyaratnam Vaidyaratnam Atmaram Datar Shastri Ji. Actually, my father got to meet Krishna Kumar Ji because of our Guruji received AVP's Vaidyaratnam Award long back in 1995. And that was the first meeting with him. And then, since then, their relationship grew like anything. But especially in 2006, when we all students of Dr. Prashant Suru sir and Prafullata Suru ma'am, we came to Coimbatore AVP campus. We went to Dhanvantari Kshetra, and first time when we met Krishna Kumar Ji, that experience was a great experience for all of us, inspirational. It is always said that an average teacher tells, a good teacher explains, but a great teacher inspires. And yes, Guruji was a great inspiration for all of us. I know many of you have been with Guruji since more than 20 years or 30 years. We could get only few years, but still the quantity doesn't matter. Whatever time we came, whenever we used to come to Coimbatore, every moment was very special for all of us. I'm really grateful to Dr. Indulal sir, Dr. Prasad sir, and everyone at AVP who helped me when I was there at IGCC 2008. At that time, I got an opportunity to stay in AVP and meet Guruji every day, got guidance from him, and his few lines will always remain with all of us. He always used to say, keep time, then time will keep you. Or he used to say, you should take SMS from God. You should understand. You should be alert and open. Always he told every one of us that you should dream big. You should have complete faith in Ayurveda, our own all sciences, Shastra. You should practice. And his every single sentence was a great learning for all of us. I'm here today representing many of us Vaidyas, and everyone feels that I am close to Guruji. He had that great aura, that energy, that he could inspire every one of us. And on behalf of my parents, I really wish to pay our sincere pranams to Guruji. I know Guru Tattva is Vibhu, so he is there with us every time. He's watching us. Whatever we do good, he will every time bless us. He will keep on guiding us through this. As Guruji, Appa, our Guruji, I feel Krishna Kumar Ji will always remain Guru Tattva for all of us and will keep inspiring us to do something really good for our own Shastra. I think I can keep on talking about Guruji, our experiences, because every year for Guru Purnima, I used to come there. Last year on Guru Purnima, I never thought it will be last Guru Purnima when I could speak with him personally. Though today physically we don't have him with us, I'm sure his guidance will remain with us always, wherever we are around the globe. So I again sincerely pay our pranams from behalf of all of us here, and I'm sure he will inspire us, bless us always, and tell us to do more and more. So thank you so much. I think I'll have to keep time, otherwise I won't be able to say that I'm his disciple. So thank you so much for giving us opportunity to speak few words. Thanks again. Ma'am, you're mute.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you once again. Your words were full of compassion and love for him, and you have such fond memories of him, and your whole family still idolizes him and follows his words, which is very inspiring. Thank you. Thank you for joining us, and regards to Prashant sir.
Thanks a lot.
Next, we have with us Dr. Maël Fogli. Dr. Maël is a medical doctor from France, specialized in emergency, simulation training, and collective disasters. He and his family came to India to study Ayurveda and Asian Sciences of India in 2016 and has been here since. He has been working incessantly towards establishing an emergency care with Indic Sciences since 4 years. His project got immense support from Krishna Kumar Ji, and he worked very close with him. Dr. Maël, please share your thoughts and your memories of Krishna Kumar Ji and how he guided your journey into Ayurvedic emergency management.
Good evening to all of you, my pranams. Meeting Krishna Kumar Ji really changed my life, and he welcomed us, my wife and my son, and opened the world of Ayurveda, Indian science, and how to see the life in a different way. Before, I was exploring the external world and trying to understand it and planning everything. After meeting Krishna Kumar Ji, everything changed. He really helped me to look inside myself, to explore the inner of my life and guide in any purpose in life. We start to learn Ayurveda and follow every training, Tatra Prakashni, Karma Prakashni, Ayu Sutra, and discover a great team in IVP and any doctor supporting us. Tatra Prakashni, it was really like a dream. From many years we were thinking, oh, maybe Ayurveda can just be learned through Gurukula, and now we are in the new way of learning, university, college, and it doesn't exist no more. And during 3 years in Tatra Prakashni, from 2017 to 2019, we really experienced what could be a Gurukulam. And it was so nice to see Krishna Kumar Ji connected to any one of us, taking care to everyone and anything happening in Tatuapakashni. This is we cannot forget this. It built something in us and it changed our vision of the life. Even for my son, he organized the first puja for the age at the age of 3, the writing, you write under the tongue. Even this he organized, and this helped us to build our family in another way. His presence, his satsangs and guidance help us and to understand that our intellect is very limited and we have to surrender to something bigger, and he showed us the way to work on ourselves, because it's a little difficult coming from the West and observing how our mind is colonized. He helped us to slowly disbuild this type of jail, and where the ego is very present. So I don't find any word to thank him. It was a gift, an enormous gift to meet him. Few years, but it was very intense, and we can feel his love and his compassion. It was very nice, and he initiated the project of IU emergency, challenging me and saying, "You are from emergency medicine. What can you share with our students?" And from this IU emergency care project start. It was with a lot of difficulty sometimes, but always supporting. Even Ayush Ministry had support this project. Now, one institution from allopathy will soon join to train Vaidyas. So I feel his presence every day. Every day is there. I cannot imagine is no more. And so I feel his presence. This is very, I cannot explain this. But and he accepted me to be part of AVP Research Foundation. It was a great experience, and I hope it will continue, and to feel and to meet all the different person who were part of AVP, the doctor who were trained in Mangarai a long time back. And I really feel connected to a big family. So all my prayer to him, thank you to be part of.
Doctor, you are on mute.
I was on mute always.
Last 1 minute, please.
Oh, okay.
Last like 30 seconds only.
I don't know what's happened. Okay, sorry for that. So I was saying that he initiated the project of IU emergency. This you have heard this or not?
Yes, doctor. Yes, we did.
Okay. So after for this project, he accepted me as a researcher in AVP RF Foundation, and I really appreciate the work with everyone, and I really feel connected to his presence every day, because so many pillars he helped me to build in myself, and to see the direction and the vision of how to act in the society, how to follow inner thoughts, not just mental thoughts. And I really appreciate to be connected to all the the person connected to him, and I met so many person who guide me now too, because of him. All my prayers to him. Thank you to be part of this event, and thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mayal. Always your words show how Krishna Kumar Ji has inspired your journey. Thank you for sharing them with us. I think now we can wind up. It has been a hard year to go for all of us. The loss of Krishna Kumar Ji shook us, and we still can't believe it has been a year. What has guided us through this was memories of his relentless passion and fighting spirit, which we believe is still with us. Thank you for everyone to join us to cherish the memories of him, and that also from few of those who were close to him. There are millions more who were inspired and motivated by him, and we thank all of you for keeping his memories and message alive. From tomorrow, we are having a seminar, Prachar, on how Krishna Kumar Ji inspired the development of Ayurveda worldwide. Join us for that. Thank you for joining us today. Good evening, everyone.